Hello everyone, welcome back to Kirklees Guitar School. So today we're going to have a look at the solo for Living on a Prayer. This is what we're up against, he says. There we go. Right, so this is what we've got. So, let's break that down into chunks. So, let's just talk about this first bar here. So, I'm going to play the ring finger on the 7th fret of the A string, and I'm going to pull off to my index finger on the 5. So, I'm doing that, and then I go back to where I once came. Then I'm going to take my index finger down to the D string. I'm going to play the 5, ring finger on the 7, and then I'm going to bend the 7 half a step. Now I'm actually going to bend down instead of upwards, which is the way that I think Ritchie's doing it. You see how I'm just tweaking it out of tune just a little bit. Maintaining alternate picking throughout. Then I'm gonna bring the note back to pitch on that 7, moving into the second bar, and I'm gonna pull off from the ring finger to the index finger, 7 to 5. And then I'm gonna roll the index finger over to the 5th fret of the A string and play that twice. So up to this point, I'm gonna play from the beginning up to this point here. And again, any opportunity you've got to give it a waggle, please do. Then I'm going to change positions all the way up to the 12th position, and I'm going to go E minor, sort of E Aeolian, E minor, natural minor scale, and I'm going to go 12th fret, 14th fret, 15th fret with index, middle and ring fingers on the high E string. Then I'm going to go to the 15th fret of the string above, 12 on the D, 12 on the B and 13 on the B. So you sort of think of it as you're going up the E string and down the down the B string. I don't know why I keep calling it B, because it's not. It's always been a D string. I'm then going to hit the 15th fret of the B string. I'm going to pick it once, and then I'm going to pick it twice with doing a full tone bend. So I'll pick it once, and then bend that note twice. I'm going to go from here. Now it will go back to just a regular 15 in the next slide. You will feel like you're being sold short a note there, and it's only because I had to make a decision as to cut it somewhere, and I decided to cut it there. So you should, after you've played those 3 15s, there's one more coming in the next bar which isn't bent. It's just that D note. Let me play that full section for you. Take a screenshot if you need to. If not, by the power of OBS. That's that 15 I was talking about over here, which spills over into that bar. So after you've played that 15, you're going to hold it for quite a while. And again, give it some vibrato by all means. Then we're going to go to this like little double stop thing. So with the index finger, I'm going to bar the 12th fret of the G and the B strings, and then I'm going to keep those fingers pressed down because we're going back there. Okay, so keep those pressed down, and then with the middle finger I'm going to press 13, and with the ring finger I'm going to press 14 to get that sort of like dyad, and we go back to the 12. So 12, 13, 12, or 12, 14, 12, depending on which string we're talking about. Then I'm going to move this index finger down to the 11th fret, and I'm gonna bend it again. I'm gonna bend it down and then back up, and then with the middle finger I'm gonna go 12 on the D, 12 on the A. And then to round that off, we're going back up here. It's more or less the same lick that we looked at in the previous slide. 12, 14, 15 on the high E, and then roll the ring finger up to get the 15. There. Now you'll hear me doing rakes occasionally. That's a stylistic choice that I'm making because I've played it at 100. I must have played this solo at 100 gigs, it's actually been such a long time since I heard the actual original because I'm so used to the way that I play it. So I had to go back and rework a couple of little bits because bad habits do creep in over time. But there's rakes here and there. But let's just worry about the foundation for now. All that to say, now would be a really good time to take a screenshot. If not, if you're good with that, let's go to the next bit. So bearing in mind we've just come from the other half of that lick occupies the first bar of this phrase. 12, 13, 12, index, middle, index, and then bring the index up to the G. 12, 13, 12 on the B, 12 on the G. Tie that in with the previous bit. Then you've got two big 15 full bends. And then you've got this crazy picked part. Now, if I wasn't under the microscope, I would play this next part all legato, hammer-ons, just to get through it quicker. I will pick it because of the way Ritchie's doing it, but if you feel like it's a little bit much for you, put some hammer-ons in so you're only picking each string. You're picking once every 3 notes, okay? So we're going to go 14, 15, 16. It's like a weird little chromatic run from the 14th fret of the G. We're then going to go down a string and up a position to go 15, 16, 17. So I just want you to, you see at the bottom, there's the notes, the semiquavers are in groups of 3, the semiquaver triplets. Let's work on the first 6 notes first. It's like a spider exercise. And down and up picking. Once you've got that, let's add another 3 on. So you've got 14, 15, 16, 15, 16, 17, and then we're going to go 15, 16, 17 again. I've just spotted in the tab, I've made a mistake there. It says 5, 16, 17. My mistake, that should be a 15. Just to confirm, 14, 15, 16, 15, 16, 17, 15, 16, 17. You're playing those 3 notes twice. Then you're going to play the 15th fret of the high E string. 17, you're not going to play this note in the middle. 17 of the high E, and then you're going to do a big bend. And that note will spill over into the pre-chorus. We gotta hold on to what we got. I think it's just before the proper like white suits and doves key change at the end of this. So just to confirm from here. Now if you want to play it, because it's not, I'm playing it at a very, very, very slow tempo, it's more. I will play that legato on gigs just to get through it. Because I can play it so much quicker. I'll leave that entirely up to your discretion what you want to do there. Okay? Right, so now would be a good time to pause it after all that waffling. Or you can go back to here, and that's the whole thing. I'll just leave that there for a second. Let me just play it one more time actually. Oh, that was helpful. Something a little bit different. I know I've done quite a bit of sort of Thin Lizzy and Gary Moore and stuff recently, but it's a great solo, and I think it's worth anybody studying really, because Ritchie Sambora is great. Tone wise, I'm using Les Paul Standard into a 65 Princeton with a Boss. It's the yellow overdrive one. Is it the OD2? It's the modern one. It's not an old one. It's the OD2. That's my favourite lead guitar pedal, and it's probably one of the cheapest ones that you can get of a professional quality. We're not talking about the 30 quid Amazon ones that are made of chocolate. And I've just got the amp set clean with a touch of reverb. I'm using the bridge pickup on the Les Paul with roughly, not even the gain turned up halfway, and it gives you this sort of, you know, you got to think about the rest of the song. It's not overly distorted, but just enough to give it some of that. So, if you enjoyed this video, like the video and subscribe. If you found it helpful, let me know in the comments if you've got any recommendations, and I'll catch you next week. Cheers.